Hey, this is Andy from The Devil Wears Prada.
Alright, Andy, would you want to, can you talk about the inspiration for the new Space EP?
What was it, 5 years ago or so now, we did Zombie EP, which was a lot of fun. It was a change of pace for us. Instead of doing a normal full length, we were able to just give ourselves, like, this theme and do, 5 or 6 songs on that theme. Not necessarily, like, overstretching ourselves and changing things too much, but, switching the standard pace up. And about 2 years ago, Mike came up with the idea of, doing another themed EP on Space this time, which, of course, we all loved. I mean, there's so many opportunities with Space. And last year, going into writing for that was it was a lot of fun seeing what we could explore with, how we could change some of our sound, but, like, still keep it Prada. And I think it's turned out awesome. Everyone seems to like Supernova we released last week, and we'll have another handful of songs coming August 21st.
Awesome. And I guess along the lines of you saying, that you guys are changing it up but still being able to keep it Devil Wears Prada, since you've been a band for, 10 plus years.
Yeah, coming up on 10 in October.
Coming up on 10. How have you managed to, I guess, come up with fresh ideas with your music and keep it fresh but still maintain, not be a different band,
Definitely. I mean, I think part of what we do is stay true to what we like and what we want to hear in music, and I think keeping that is what keeps the Devil Wears Prada sound with everything that we do. But we've freshened up recently. Just focusing 5 or 6 songs for an EP will let you explore different things you usually wouldn't do or wouldn't even think about when doing a full length. Also recently, one of our founding members, Chris, left to stay with family and stuff back home in Portland. So we brought a friend in, Kyle. He's been writing and playing with us since winter, and he came into the studio with us, and he brought a lot of fresh ideas, a new viewpoint, and since Chris left, Mike has been stepping up, writing some guitar riffs. Everyone has had more responsibility, so it's definitely been a change of pace since the winter.
Yeah, much different experience.
Definitely different. We still have our same routine of how we do things, but different things brought into it, and it's been fun.
Sure, that's great. Speaking of family, how has touring changed now that there are members with families? It's not. When you started the band, you're 20-something-year-olds.
Yeah, it's 10 years later. We were still in high school when we started. I mean, the first year we had to work touring around Mike and Chris being in school still. So it's different now. A lot of us have family. I'm actually getting married August 22nd. So
That's great.
It's something you live with when you tour like this, and you're used to, but it can be hard when you're on the road. But that's just part of it, I guess. I mean, give and take with everything, and that's, and particularly our family, they've lived with it this long, and they understand it, and they understand this is what it means for us, and accept that. So it's rough, but yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I'm sure it's a blessing to be able to do both of those things.
Definitely.
Yeah. And my last question for you, we're going to keep it short for you.
No worries.
Don't want to be a nuisance.
No.
Last question is, again, regarding the Space EP, how have you chosen to do concept albums, and what are some of your favorite concept albums?
That's tough, because I feel like there's so many themes you can find to and have fun doing stuff in. I mean, a while ago we were like joking around like, oh, next one, and we were just throwing out the most ridiculous ideas. And we actually were talking about, before we confirmed doing Space and stuff, we talked about just doing like 6 songs, and every song had a different theme. So there'd be like, a Western and space, and then etc., etc. But there's just so much with space that,
Yeah.
and I think a more refined one theme per EP is good. How we come across which ones we want to stick with, it's just what we feel we can accomplish something interesting with, and so yeah, I mean, there's not more to it than that. Just have fun exploring different ideas. Yeah.
That's great. Is there a particular concept album by a band out there that you
I don't
really
know if I
enjoy?
could list anything. I'm trying to think of anything particular that's specifically themed, because there's tons of albums that have like full lengths with minor themes and everything. But I'm trying to think of like a specific theme like we do with EPs, and I'm sure there's plenty out there, but I'm ignorant of it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So if you know anything, I would love to give it a listen.
Well, I guess instead, what's been your favorite release recently? So far this year?
What is it? Built to Spill just came out with a new album, which I loved. So that was up there. Weezer last year brought me back to high school. I mean, those are the hits that I've been playing lately. I'm out of touch, unfortunately. I, for the most part, listen to the same stuff I listened to 10 years ago, so, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I should try to keep up more, but, yeah.
Awesome. Well, Andy, I think that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah. Have fun today.
Perfect, yeah.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoy it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.